Hello, everyone. So I think we're back. You've seen me, I think. But let me just turn on my lights real quick. I'll be back. And I think you should be able to see me right now. Uh, Hi everyone, how's it going? So nice to see you back again. Let me just turn off everything and turn off this thing. And you should be able to see me and to hear me. So hi, gaming feel. Hi, Kathiyar. Hi, Super Joda. Hi, Thingle Star. Hi, Kathiyar. Hi, Dumbit 7. So nice to see you, everyone, again. Thank you so much for connecting to the stream. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you so much for just getting around and hacking around for just a couple hours. Yeah, you saw the title already. Like, we're going to hack our first Streamlit app and introduce AI into our web application in Streamlit. And if you have never heard about a Streamlit or something like that, don't worry about it. You don't need to understand like all this stuff that we're going to watch today. Um, oh my God, no. The only stuff that I'm expecting you to know is to know some Python and some basic things about how the web works, like what is a web page and how web pages are actually made. Like a web page is just a file that exists on the internet, right? So, yep. Let me just share you my slides so we can start again, and let me know when you are able to see everything. And if there's some problem with my mic, with my audio, with the internet or something like that, please let me know in the comments in Twitch, so we can so I can just read you and try to make this better for us. So, yep. Hello, everyone. My name is David Lazaro. David, you can call me however you want. You can call me David, Dawood, David, Dave, Lazaro. I'm fine with any kind of names you can refer to me. I'm at coach here at the MLH. I was also a software developer engineer at AspenTech, which is a company in the US that provides software for industries like electricity, biochemicals, chemicals, um, pharmaceuticals, and all this stuff. So, yep, pretty much it's just a company that makes software for industry. Right now, I changed my job to another company called Blend, which is like a financial solutions for banks and things like that in the US. And pretty much, I'm working there as a workflow engineer. I'm also a GitHub Campus expert, and I love hacking. I love hacks. I've been a coach. I've been here like 1 year and a half or something like that. I started on February from last year, and here I am. Thanks God, I have life, I have like health and all the stuff. So yeah, I love hack so much that I found a hackathon on the north part of Mexico in a northern state called Monterrey. So if you like hackathons, you want to organize your first hackathon or something like that, and you want to know, hey, how can I get a sponsor? How can I engage with the community? How can I do this, do that? Please just let me know. If you want to connect with me, just follow me on my media, like my social media, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, or on GitHub, and try to reach me from any part that you can. I was also ex-fellow on the MLH Fellowship at Meta, and I was also on the uh, 2022 summer batch. If you want to know like more about the MLH Fellowship or something like that, you can just send me a message. And you're seeing like a lot of figures right at the right of this slide. So these are my alter egos and also my favorite characters. Called Pompompurin, and the other one is called Snoopy, which are just characters from Sanrio, and the other one from Peanuts. This Charlie Brown and all this stuff. So I really love them. I really like them, and they're literally me. So yeah, let's just start with this. So what are we going to do today? We're going to learn how to use Streamlit and how you can build a super fast web application that uses AI without the capacity, without the need of knowing like anything about machine learning or anything about web development, or without the need to spend thousands of hours just building that product, right? So let's begin with what is Streamlit. So Streamlit is an open source Python library used for creating web applications for machine learning and data science projects. It enables developers to build interactive and customizable web apps quickly, easily, and directly from the Python scripts. You don't need to write any HTML from Streamlit. So that is a really cool thing about Streamlit. Streamlit simplifies the process of creating user interfaces, allowing developers to focus other data analysis or machine learning models without the need expertise in web development. So why Streamlit? Why not do we use HTML? Why do we are using React or Next.js or something like that? Streamlit is revolutionizing the way data scientists and machine learning engineers create interactive web applications. But why would you use Streamlit? Is like the main question. It is as easy as you can create awesome web applications with just 10 lines of codes. With 20 lines of code, you're already doing like all this stuff right here. It is super fast, it is super efficient. You don't have to know a lot for web development. You can just engage like creating really cool applications without the necessity of knowing all this stuff, right? But let's read a little bit. Seamless integration, data science libraries. So Streamlit seamlessly integrates with popular data science libraries like Pandas, Matplotlib, Plotly, and scikit-learn, allowing you to incorporate advanced analysis and visualization into apps effortlessly. So this is really cool. Can you integrate HTML, CSS, and JS with Streamlit? Yes, you can. You can write your own HTML, you can write your own CSS, and your own JavaScript if you want. We can just check that out in a few minutes. So let's just continue with this. Machine learning models. Easily deploy machine learning models and showcase the results in interactive formats all within the same Streamlit app. So that is really cool. Let's continue. Simplicity and speed. Streamlined development. With Streamlit simple syntax and intuitive API, you can build powerful web apps with minimal code. Also, you can do rapid prototyping, which is just iterating quickly on your ideas and see the instant updates in your web apps as you make changes on your Python code. As you can see here, this is like a super basic simple syntax of Streamlit. You can see that it's just as easy as do like a hello world with Streamlit that, right? Like a printf or like a print or something like that. But you're seeing that we can use like examples, like super cool pages without the necessity of writing any HTML. Like all the stuff that we're going to write today is just fully Python code. And it is easy to deploy also. So Streamlit also incorporates like their own cloud, so you can just share with your friends or share with the internet all the cool things that you can do with Streamlit with local and cloud deployment. So you can deploy the Streamlit apps locally or on cloud platforms such as Heroku, AWS, or Google Cloud Platform, making it easy for you to work with collaborators or deploy models for real-world uses. It is focused on data science and not on infrastructure. So a really cool thing about Streamlit is that you can actually build awesome data science projects without the necessity of integrating a lot of things, like, for example, making a lot of CSS classes or things like that. You don't need to have knowledge on web development. You just only need to focus on what you want to do and how you want to do it. And if you want to, for example, show off this kind of graph or charts, it is as easy as just one line of code. So that is really cool. So let's jump into the documentation so you can watch what are we going to do today. So let me share this tab right here, and also let me share with you the documentation that we're going to be using right here. I think it is loading or something because I think it is. Is it loading? I don't know. Streamlit. App gallery maybe. I think Streamlit is just taking its time to. Yeah, it is taking a little bit of time. Yeah, I think this one is already like showing itself. But yeah, you can see here that Streamlit has like already like an app gallery that you can use for trying to get some inspiration in the things that you want to do. For example, if you want to create like a image background remover, data engineering Zoom camp, or if you want to check out like maps, how to integrate them on the Streamlit, a cheat sheet so you can understand more about the code of Streamlit. If you want to use LLMs, if you want to use machine learning, if you want to use more stuff, you can use all this stuff without the necessity of doing anything in the web, like writing JavaScript or Next.js or things like that. So let's see this one that says LLM examples that Streamlit that app. So as you can see here, this is how a Streamlit app looks. It has like different, it is multi-page. It has like Q&A, chat with search, LangChain prompt template, chat with user feedback, chatbot, and all this stuff, right? and all this stuff is fully Python code. Like we're not writing any kind of um, did we build that image classifier in the last session? No, we did not. We actually did not. You mean the image classifier of the numbers one? No, this is going to be a little bit different. We're going to use one of the Hugging Face models so we can uh, try to classify Pokemons, but this is already spoiler. So because Y Combinator already make a little bit make me to make commit the spoilers. Yeah, let's try to ask the question of what are we going to hack today? So this is going to be really cool because we are going to use a Pokemon. We're going to build a Pokemon AI dashboard. I don't know why the image is so pixelated. I think it's my internet, something like that. But yeah, pretty much we're going to build a Pokemon dashboard, and we're going to use that dashboard to also classify our images of each one of the Pokemons, or we can upload a file, and Streamlit can process that file and try to give us an answer of which kind of Pokemon is it, right? So yeah, let's just jump into the Streamlit documentation so we can see what are we going to build today. So let me just share my screen again. And I think you should be seeing it right now. Okay, yeah. So let's just jump on into the setup and document and installation, so we can see a little bit more about how we can install all the stuff. And I think Streamlit, the documentation page is kind of tripping. I don't know why, but it is not allowing me to get into the page. So give me just 1 minute until I can open a new repo. Okay, so while the documentation loads, let's just create the new repo that we're going to be using for this workshop. So now I'm going to make go ahead with AI in web. Let's see, let's add a new description that says create, no. Okay, yeah, so we want to create a code space, and let's just create a new code space, and after that go back like this. So now the code space being created. So this is just while the documentation loads. There you go. Now it's working. I don't know what happened there. But yeah, pretty much let's just, while the code space now loads, let's just go into the documentation and see what are we going to do. Okay, first of all, what do we need for running Streamlit? We need Python. Also, we need a computer, and we need the ability of having internet access, right? So sounds super neat, sounds super basic. So let's just copy this code and go into our code spaces that has been created. You can do it on your computer, or if you don't want to use your computer, let me share with you the new repo that we have been created, that has been created. Let's go ahead with AI in web. So let me just copy this and paste it right here on the chat, so you should be able to see something like this. So this is going to be the repo that we're going to be using, and what's this? Are you able to hear me? Like testing, like is StreamYard added like a warning that my connection was lost. Are you able to hear me? Oh, okay, yeah, cool. Thanks. Okay, yeah, so this is going to be the code space that you can, the repo that you should be able to use. So how you're going to open this code space is just going to this green button and clicking into not this local section, you want the code spaces section. And you're going to see a really big green button right here that is going to say create a new code space. So when you click into it, a new tab is going to be created that says preparing your code spaces, or your code space. And after that, you're going to see something like this. This is the actual code space that we're going to be using. So this code space is actually just a virtual environment that we're going to be using, everyone. If you want to use Windows or Mac or your local computer, whatever, you can do it. I have no problems. But we're using code spaces because usually when we're working with Python or with any kind of language, packages and libraries and requirements and dependencies are hell. Like they are like a super bad thing because there's always one person who has problems with the packages or with the Python version or with the Node version or something like that. So we want the same space for everyone. So code spaces is a really good solution, so we can be on the same page and we can work without having any kind of problems, right? So let's just continue with this. Let's just zoom a little bit more into this code space so I can share it with you, and let me know if this is enough zoom. If not, well, I think we're going to work with that. So again, what are we going to do? We're going to go to the documents of Streamlit, the one that I shared with you on chat. It is right here. We're going to copy this pip install Streamlit. And if you're asking yourself, what is pip? Pip is just a package manager of Python, or like a way that we can easily install packages from Python without the necessity of using curl or any kind of HTTP request or something, some weird thing. Okay, so after doing that already, okay, we have already installed this. And for doing our Hello app, we are going to get started by doing our first steps. So let's just go to the installation and let's see if we have a Hello app. Follow the installation by running our Hello app. Okay, so let's just go into our code space. So now we have installed Streamlit. So now let's clear the terminal by just running clear. And let's just run Streamlit hello. So I think it is doing something, but I don't know if it has created something, to be honest. Um, let's see. Okay, yeah, it has created our first app on the Streamlit. This is just a testing app that the library already has built in the library. So you don't need to worry about if it is like on your repo or something like that. It is on the library. So yeah, Streamlit is working. So we have like the first elements that we want right here. We have already like something that we can use. So let's just rerun this to try to see what are we seeing actually. So yeah, I think it is working. Let's just make it level of detail like 2, and let's just rerun this to see if we have actually something. Looks like none. What will happen if I do something like this? Does it have? Yeah, it has some kind of weird animations right here. We have also the mapping demo, so you can see like how to use maps and things like that on the Streamlit, like super easy way. So as you can see here, this is Streamlit. Like this is like a fully stream page, a Streamlit page or web application that we can use without any kind of problem. Also, we can use data frames for just try to see like data information, like without the necessity of using like 10,000 libraries. Also, we can do plots like in a really cool and awesome way. So cool. Okay, so we know that the Streamlit is working, right? So which one is going to be the base of our application, or where are we going to inspire from so we can build our application? So let's just jump into App Gallery, and you should be saying something like that. And let's just go into, I think there should be something like around the app galleries, like favorites, Streamlit, Sheetsit, Otter. Uh, Let me see. How can I components? Didn't I have like a community or something like that? Conversation, community, nope, no. Okay, yeah, let's just Google Streamlit Pokemon. And let's go into images, and I don't know, do you like this one? Like this one looks like kind of pretty, but I don't know if I'm a big fan or of something like this. This one looks cool though. This actually looks cool. I don't know. What do you think? Do you like this one or do you like the other one? Like, do you like? It's going to look something like this though. So I don't know. Like, do you want me to use this one as the base of the Pokédex that we're going to be using, but with a little variation, so we can also upload our Pokemons? or do you want to use something like that? I think we can use both of them. Like we can use the principal things or like the pretty things of each one of the versions, right? Like for example, here we can use the left bar or the left side, uh, and here we can use like the where is it? Here we can use like the actual Pokemon cards that we're using, and they're using emojis and things like that. So I think we're going to do something like that. All right, so cool. So if we are going to be inspiring us ourselves from this ones, then the first thing that we need to do is to go into code spaces and create a new file called main.py, or I don't know if it was main.py or app.py, but we should be able to just go into the documentation of Streamlit, the documentation page that we were, I can do blah, 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 basic concepts, and let's jump into the documentation so we can check up like how we can um, run the first steps of the thing that we're going to do, right? So the first part that we're going to do is to learn how we can write data from into our web page with Streamlit, right? So what are we going to do? We're actually going to learn how to use the Streamlit components that we have, and for doing that, we actually need to check up, like for example, the st.write, which is like the principal use that we use for writing information in Streamlit. And we are going to do that by just using st.write and into our main.py file. So we're just going to import Streamlit as st, and we're going to say, hey, please Streamlit write the following text, which says, here's our first attempt at using data to create a table. All right. So now that we had that, let's just go into the port that we have right here and click into this web globe icon that you have into your computer. And if you open it, you're going to see something. Oh yeah, not this one. Sorry. It was Streamlit main.py. Streamlit main.py. Run main.py. There you go. Yeah, we're going to open a new port, which is going to run our main.py file, and it is going to render all the contents that we have inside that. Until now, we're just expecting to see a text that says, here's our first attempt at using data to create a table. So we're going to check up that, and there you are. We have like the first content that says, here's our first attempt at using data to create a table. And we have some options right here, so we can use them later. So yep, let's just continue with this. Okay, so now we have just learned how we can write things on my web page, right? But we have more components that we can actually use for doing that, right? So let's see what is going on right here. Advanced versus steps, create an app. So yep, let's just go back here and let's just continue like writing stuff, right? So maybe this text looks like a little bit like too little, like it's too tiny for us, so we want something bigger, right? So instead of using st.write, we're using some component called st.title. And if we want to be able to check up like all the components that we have, there's something that we can use that is a Streamlit extension on Visual Studio Code. So what? No, this was not. I thought we have like a IntelliSense for this, but maybe I'm just tripping. Okay, yeah, so we're going to use st.title, and let's see how this looks now that we are using st.title. So there you go. Here's our first attempt at using data to create a table, right? So instead of writing this, we want to see something like Pokemon dashboard. Yep, like this, right? And we also want to have like a left bar component, right? So for doing that, we want to use components. So let's just go into documentation and let's just see the API reference that we have right here. And we have like in this API reference, all the components that we can use with the Streamlit. So we can say that we can use Markdown, we can use titles, headers, subheaders, captions, echo, latex, dividers, and more stuff that we can use. Also, we have third-party components that we can use without any problem. Like it is super easy to use. So what do you think if we try to check up how we can create our left bar component? So that would be on layouts probably. And there you go. This is the sidebar. So if we want to create a sidebar, let's just create a really quick sidebar like this, right? So let's just go into the st.write. Oh, what is it? There you go. With st.sidebar, no. Add selector, select box, no. I just want the first sidebar. Okay, yeah. So we're just going to copy the first thing that says st.sidebar, and how we're going to do it is just by using that st.sidebar dot something, right? So how we can use these? So let's just see the examples. The first examples is an example of how we can use how we can add a select box and a writing button on our sidebar. So it is as easy of adding a new variable that says add select box, and we're initializing a new st.sidebar.select box, and we are passing two arguments. The first one is like the select box level, and the third one is the elements that are going to be on the select box. And the other one is a radio component that we want to render. And we have two options, right? The standard or the express one that we can choose from. So let's just copy this and put it right here on our code space. So you should be seeing something like this. So we just added these two ones, and let's see how this actually looks inside of our component, right? Inside of our page. So as you can see here, it is as easy of just adding one line of code, and we have already built a really quick web page without the necessity of building all the CSS. We are able to just select options and have something, have things running without the necessity of making our life complicated, right? So, okay, but what if instead of this, I want to have like two main pages, right? Like the first one should be the Pokédex, and the second one is going to be the Pokemon image uploader, right? So for doing the Pokédex, we need to, first of all, fetch information from the Pokemon API that we're going to be using. And based on that information that we're going to be fetching, we are going to render some cards of those Pokemons, right? So we can actually do that like super easy. And what are we going to do is, instead of writing all the stuff, I want to just add this code like right here and add some comments like sidebar, so we can be able to differentiate like each one of the sections of our code. Delete this and use this like this, and then our main. So, okay, we have our Pokemon dashboard, and let's ask Copilot to do something like, right? So I want to use AI to build awesome web pages, right? So for doing that, I'm going to use Copilot, and Copilot is free. So for using Copilot, you just need to go to Copilot to extensions on your VS Code and write Copilot, and probably you're going to see Copilot chat. Yeah, there you go. Copilot chat, and it's going to be installing itself. So now if we go right here, we're going to see some options if we do Command I or Control I on Windows, and you're going to see that we have a new input that says ask Copilot to type 4 commands, right? So I want to Copilot to do something really cool, like just fetch information, fetch all the Pokemons from the Poke API. And as easy as that, right? So we just asked Copilot to fetch all the Pokemons from the Pokemon API. And as you can see here, we are already importing requests, which is the library that we need for being able to make petitions to other servers in the web. And now let's see what this Copilot did. So the first thing that it says that it did was to create a new variable that is equal to response, that is called response. And response is basically a petition to this API, pokeapi.co.api version 2 Pokemon, and is going to check, bring up all the Pokemons that we have right on the Pokemon API, right? So this request that gets makes an get HTTP request to that API, right? So the response is going to store this request, and the thing that we're going to do now is just to check up which one is the status code of that request that we make to the server, right? So if the response is equal to 200, that means that everything is okay. Then we're going to do the following. That is just converting our data into a JSON that is information, or basically just be able to manipulate the information that we have right here. And for each one of the Pokemons, we're all going to, for fetching or for gathering all the Pokemons, we're going to access to our data and to check up the results object. So for displaying each one of the Pokemons, we're just going to iterate over our Pokemons or our Pokemon array that we have right here. And for each one of the Pokemons, we're going to access to the name of the Pokemon, and we're going to make an st.write. But if something goes wrong and the response of the server was not 200, that means that something wrong happened, right? So we have the message failed to fetch the Pokemon from the API. So let's see if this works actually. So let's go here and just refresh this, and ta-da! There you go. We have like already all the information that we need, right? But we want to do something better than that, right? We want to be able to also print the image of, like, display the image of the Pokemon, some characteristics of the Pokemon, and things like that, right? So what are we going to do is to ask Copilot to also can you display the image of the Pokemon? And just for being a little bit more clear, the front image of the Pokemon in a size of, in a width of 50 pixels. Blah, 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 blah. And yeah, looks good for me. Response is equal to have a get Pokemon URL, and front image is equal to data the sprites at front default, and okay. Yeah, so what it did was adding a new, oh yeah, and this is actually response because, well, yeah, we don't want this. We just want to, yeah, because we already have data. Okay, yeah, so we need to delete some things right here like this. And because in Python, space is important, we are going to get all these things like right here. Okay, yeah, so instead of data, we are going to say Pokemon like this. So Pokemon that name that from default is going to be the URL of our image. So we are going to render that image with st.image, which is just a component that the Streamlit uses for rendering images, right? So instead of doing this like 1,000, let's just reduce it to 10 so we can just fetch the first 10 Pokemons that we have. And okay, so it has Sprite has a problem. So let's go to the Pokemon API by just going to Poke API. And let me share with you the URL so you can use it also. And let's see what are we seeing. So if we go into the Pokemon API of Ditto, we're going to see that we have this JSON that we usually use, right? So how can I send this? I don't know. So yeah, let's just make this a little bit larger so you can see it. Let's just go to sprites. There you go. So we have sprites. So this should be working, I think. Let's see what is the thing that we are actually fetching from the URL that our API is using. So let's just change into the following one, like right here, and we are seeing results. Pokemon API, Pokemon offset, 10, and we have the URL, right? Oh, okay, yeah, I don't know. Actually, this makes sense. Oh, yeah. So what Copilot right was actually correct. So okay, yeah. So let's just revert all the things that we deleted because it actually makes sense. Now I understand why Copilot did that. It's because the results that we are fetching have just the name of the Pokemon and the URL for accessing to that Pokemon information, right? So what are we going to do is just okay, you have already fetched the name of the Pokemon, but you have not fetched the information of that Pokemon, right? So what are we going to do is to get the URL of that Pokemon, and we are going to just get all the stuff that we need, right? So, oh no. Okay, yeah. Let's just ask Capella again. Also, can you fetch the image, the front sprite of the Pokemon and display it in width of 50 pixels? And it's probably going to, yep. So it's going to take the URL and it's going to check out the response that we're going to get. So it is going to get the URL of the Pokemon. Let's change this to print, Pokemon individual Pokemon information info URL. And I know it's a really large name, but it's something that I can understand like easier. And let's change this to Pokemon individual URL. So let's see, sprite your URL. Okay, yeah, I think it is good as is. Sprite response, Pokemon, and let's change this to Pokemon info response. Let's do something like this. Let's change this to sprite response to Pokemon response, and sprite response is going to be the Pokemon info response, right? So, okay. So again, the only thing that we are doing is first we're fetching all the Pokemons that we're going to use. For now, we're just going to fetch the first 10 Pokemons to our web page. We're going to write the first of all the Pokemon name, and after that we're going to fetch the individual for each one of the Pokemons. We're going to fetch the individual Pokemon information, and from that information or from that URL, we are going to fetch all the stats of that Pokemon. And for each one of like if the request of fetching that information was successful, we're going to pass the data from the Pokemon response. Let me change this to also to oh yeah, sprite data, Pokemon data, and instead of sprite data, this should be Pokemon data. And yep, now looks good for me. So yeah, we're just fetching the Pokemon data, and after fetching it, if everything is good, we're going to transform it into a JSON so we can manipulate the data from it, and we're going to extract the front sprite of that Pokemon, and we're going to render it with st.image. So let's see if this works correctly. Let's see. Hopefully it is working. Let's go. So now we have fetch all the Pokemons, like all the Pokemon sprites, like in a super easy way. Um, so let's make this a little bit bigger, like a 75 maybe. Let's just refresh this, and yeah, it looks good for me, to be honest. So yeah, we have fetched like the information of the first Pokemons right here. So now the main question is, why are we going to do this, or what are we going to? How do we make this a little bit prettier, right? So we were actually going to inspire ourselves with some Streamlit dashboard, right? So Pokemon Streamlit, um, Pokemon Streamlit. We were going to inspire ourselves with these cards right here, right? So we're going to do something similar, but the only thing that we need to do now is to have like a card like this, right? So let's go into Streamlit. Let's go into the Streamlit documentation, and let me share this tab, and let's see. Let's do card. Let's see components card, or let's just Google Streamlit card component. Do we have cards? Streamlit card, SD card, Streamlit component for a UI card. Yeah, do I want that? I don't know. Custom components. Is there a way to just make like a card? Components, indicator, blah, blah, blah. No. Okay, I don't want this. I want my components with my documentation, and I want the API reference, and I want to be able to just create a card like super quick, or to add a border to my div. So let's see, how can I add a border to this? Chat elements, error box, upload JSON configuration, third-party components, Python things, Streamlit pages. No, I actually want to make a border. Oh, is it SD container? Add a border. To a container in Streamlit. Okay, so I'm just checking what the community is saying. Okay, not working for me. I'm afraid. Blah, blah, blah. Yep, that's something that I'm seeing. Container. This is inside container. Outside container. Oh yeah, there you go. This is inside container. So I think it is just the container one. Call it container title. Stick columns, browse. Okay, yeah. Yep. So it looks like we just need to use st.container. For each Pokemon, we're going to do st.container. And inside, do we need to do something inside that st.container? Title is going to be a balloon. Okay, cool. So it seems like we need to go and actually use that container and do something with that container. Yeah, the container looks that it's going to be the one that we're going to be using for making that little box. So what I'm assuming is that we have some specific things like right, and also is going to be like the st.image or the container image or the container something, right? So st container high border, we have high border. Okay, yeah, and some examples going to be with notation with st.container. Okay, yeah, so probably we're going to use this one with st container, so we can just write all the stuff that we want inside of that container. Okay, so let's just go back like with this and do with st.container, and add the blah, 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 and go right here. And let's see if this is actually working. Okay, looks like it is, but I think I need to specify the border thing. Border is equal to true. Let's see. There you go. Ta-da! Now we have our container right here. So now the problem is that the container is like super big, or like it has like a super fixed width. So how we can solve that? Like how can we just make columns and rows? Fortunately for us, Streamlit has something called columns and rows. So for this, we're going to do something like specifying the specific rows that our grid is going to have, right? So the specific columns that our grid is going to have. So for doing that, let's just search, go through the documentation and search for columns, st.column, and cannot be placed inside our other columns in the cyber is all of that. Okay, yeah. So with call one, with call two, with call three, and okay, so it looks like we can do that. Let's see. Okay, just give me a minute so I can just check up like something super quick. Function signature. Okay, this is the first example, but we don't want like fixed counts. Like, okay, cool. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. So it looks like the easiest way to do that is just to uh, enumerate like our for loop that we're using, and after enumerating all this stuff, we are going to iterate over the columns that we're going to have. So let's see what are we going to do. So the first thing is displaying the Pokemons in 3 columns. So we're going to configure our columns to be just of a size of 3 ones. And after doing that, we're going to enumerate our Pokemon's array that we have right here from the data. So the first element that we're going to use is index, and the second one is Pokemon, which is the variable which is going to store all the results of our data. And with that column, we're going to write a new container like this. So with that column, we're going to do st.write a Pokemon name, and we're going to fetch all this new stuff, right? So let's see what is this doing, because I think it erased my container. Oh yeah, sorry for that. Didn't I fix that? Oh yeah, there you go. The only thing that we need to do now is another with container st.container, and at the border is equal to true, and move this up like a little bit more, like right here. Let's see if this actually is working. Okay, yeah, cool. It is working. So we have been able to fetch like all the Pokemons that we want, like with things with Copilot and all the stuff. So looks like we have already like the information that we want. Like we already have like the Pokemon name. We also have like the Pokemon images from each one of these Pokemons. So now the thing that we are going to do in the next hour is creating the other page and see how we can make multiple pages in one Streamlit dashboard, and how we can also create other elements like buttons that can allow us to go to other routes, right? But right now we're almost in the first hour of this. So what do you think if we just take a little bit of a break so we can go for drink a little bit of water or something like that? And when we go back, we are going to make the other page, which is the one where we're actually going to use Hugging Face for making our image classifier with Pokemons, right? So if that is good for you, give me just 1 second so I can show you some tacos while you while you wait. And I'm going to let you with just some tacos and music while I go for a little bit of coffee. So let's just go back with this. And okay, I think you should be seeing this. Okay, cool. So I'll see you in 5 minutes. See ya. And we're back. So let's just continue with this. Let me just upload all the banners, some music, pause it a little bit, and let's just continue doing all this stuff, right? And I forgot one banner. There we go. And dude, are you ready? Like, do you went for a little bit of water? Like, are you drinking coffee? Are you drinking a little bit of tea? Like, I prepared myself a tea right here. I think it's a strawberry tea. I don't think you should be able to see this, but I don't think you are able to see. Yeah, something like that. Well, kind of. Um, yeah, I don't know. Like this maybe. Yep, probably you're seeing it. I think. Uh, yeah, there you go. Yep, I prepared myself like a strawberry with acai tea. So it is dope though. Like it is super cool. Like I really love it. I really like the flavor. But meanwhile, let's just continue with this. So if you're prepared, let's just continue building our API. I mean, building our AI page with the Streamlit. So let's just continue with it. Let's see what are we. Where are we at? Okay, we finished our Pokédex already, and I saw some messages before returning. It's glitchy. Says, can someone share the code till now? Yeah, let me just push this. So add Pokédex page, and let's just commit this and sync these changes. So now you should be able to see the updated code. So now the code is updated, so you can fetch it from your side and use it without any problems. What else? Someone was asking for whether can that person where can we watch like recorded streams and things like that. So if you want to watch just recorded streams or like previous streams or things like that, like videos or collaborations with the MLH, you just need to go into our Twitch channel, which is the twitch.tv.mlh, and just go into the MLH section and go into into videos. And in videos, you are going to see all the videos that we have for you. Like you can see like all the videos that we have, not just for the Global Hack Week. Also, you have like the all this stuff that we have right here, like for example the old videos from the Global Hack Week, also the collaborations that the MLH has done, and more stuff that you can just watch yourself whenever and however you want. So, yep, if this is the thing that you're searching for, it is super easy to check out. So, yep, let's just continue. While now, does anyone has any questions before we continue with this, or everything is cool, everything is chill, we can continue with this? Okay, yeah, so let's just continue with it. Let's jump into our Streamlit. Let's just jump into our code. So now the question was how we can make the another web page or another page that can be dedicated only for the image classification model, right? So for doing that, we need to do three things, right? So the first thing is that we need a page that actually can help us to, well, we need a way to make another page, right? The other thing that we need is to create is to have a way to upload images to our page. And we need to have a function that takes that image and actually uses the transformers model that we're going to use to try to predict which kind of Pokemon is that, right? So now that we know that we have to do three things, the first one is just checking how we can create a multi-page app, right? So for doing that, let's just go into the documentation and let's see how we can create um, page, right? Pages, st page. There you go. So we have something called st page that, if I'm not wrong, it should be the simplest way that we can use a multi-page application. And it is taking a little bit of time. There you go. So, yep. Let's just read a little bit of the documentation. It says configure a page for ST navigation in a multi-page app. Call ST page to initialize a Streamlit page object and pass to ST navigation to declare a page in your app. When a user navigates to a page, ST navigation returns the selected Streamlit page object. Call Streamlit page that run on the return page to execute the page. You can only run the page returned by ST navigation, and you can only run it once per app rerun. A page can be defined by a Python file or by a callable. So let's see an example of how this looks. So define page 2 is equal to st.title, second page, and page is equal to st.navigation, page 1.py, title first page, icon this, and page blah 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 blah. So let's use this on our sidebar, and let's just use it like this. And let's just copy and paste all the code that we have right here. And let's see if we can change this to Pokédex. And let's change the icon to something more like a Pokemon, like which icon? Let me see. Maybe tablet. iPhone. Yeah, maybe something like this. And the icon is going to be in this one. Just search something like this. Search. Yeah, maybe something like this. And let's see this image, not Pokemon classifier. And instead of using page 2, we're going to say that this, well, is the page that we're using. And it's going to be main.py. I'm sorry. This is going to be main.py, and the other one is going to be no, sorry. This is going to be classifier.py, right? So I think we should be doing the same thing right here, but we need another file called classifier.py, and let's just add another. Let's just copy and paste the things that we had, like the same sidebar, but now we're going to say something like Pokemon classifier. And here we're going to return to our we're going to erase all this stuff and just see if this actually works. And actually, let's just change this radio that we have right here, because we don't want it, to be honest. And let's see if this is actually working. Let's just share this tab and see if we have something right here. And okay, we have the Pokédex and we have the Pokemon classifier. So let's see if we go to classifier. Is it doing something? No, it is not. Classify. Oh yeah, because no, yeah, it is called classifier. Oh yeah, but we have not used st.navigate, right? So let's see the recommendation of how we can actually run this up. So we have the steve.page and page.run. Oh yeah, page. We forgot the page.run, right? So let's see. The only thing that we added right now was just adding the pg.run, so we are able to navigate between pages. And now let's see if this is actually running up. So we have Pokédex and we have a classifier. There's a multiple identicals that is. Oh yeah, but this is with page run and select box. How do you like to? Yeah, I don't want this. Sidebars, and Pokemon classifier and Pokemon classifier. Oh, what is going on here? Oh yeah, and pg.run also classifier. And let's see, we have main. Maximum recursion that excited Python call pg.run. Okay, Pokédex. There are multiple they call select bugs, add select bugs. I don't want the select bugs. Select. Yeah. And let me just rerun this up like this. Maximum recursion depth navigate. Okay, yeah. I think we are going to go to navigate, navigation and pages. So we have navigation, your account. Yep. ST page, ST navigation pages and page that run. So what is going on? Oh yeah, I think I know what's going on right here. PG, page function from page one, And I think we should just import the function that we need to declare right here. So we should define the application that we want to use, right? So let's see more documentation so we can understand a little bit more of how this E does this. So we have the page one and page two. So what I'm thinking we need to do is to define a new page, like right here. And instead of importing like the same thing that we have right here, we should just not use the same sidebar like this and just add a new function like this, like define classifier, image classifier, like Pokemon classifier, and add this stuff like this, and yeah, there you go. So this should be the main app. And now in main, we are going to say from classifier import Pokemon classifier, and we're going to say that this is going to be instead of main.py, we're going to say that it's just Pokemon classifier, and yep, and this is going to be our. We need to now redo this. So instead of having the sidebar like this, we are going to have another function that is going to fetch all these Pokemons from. What do you think if we do another file like a Pokédex.py, and we declare a new function called Pokédex, which is going to be a function which is going to do something like this. And we need to just move this a little bit up. And let's go right here, main, and let's just see if everything is good. And I think we just need to import Streamlit and requests from here. There you go. And now let's just remove requests from here, and let's say from Pokemon Pokédex import Pokédex. Is it called Pokédex? Yeah, I think. Okay, so let's change this to Pokédex and to Pokemon classifier, and let's do pg.run like this. I think. And oh yeah, you're not seeing the top. So sorry for that. Okay, so what did we did? Originally, everything was right here, and we had like the sidebar and all the functions right here. But we modularized like our functions, so each one of the functions has its own file that takes care of everything. So in this file, we just created a new function called def and called Pokédex, and Pokédex is the one which is able to render all the Pokédex page, and in the classifier, we're going to render all the classification things that we need. And in main.py, we're just going to have like our sidebar and the content that we want to render. So let me just see if everything is working. And okay, Pokédex is working and Pokemon classifier is working. So let's go. We have handled the first step, which is making a multi-page app, right? So now we have like all of our Pokemons, and we have the Pokemon classifier page, right? So cool, really cool. Now we are able to do things. So now what? Now the second step is to find something that allows us to upload files. So we have a component on the Streamlit called file uploader, which is able to allows us to upload files. So what are we going to do is going to upload an image in the Streamlit, right? So we're going to do that, but instead of doing this, what do you think if we ask just Copilot to do all the stuff, right? Like, can you create a image uploader and okay, cool. So we have done this like already. So let's see what this Copilot did. So it did uploaded image, which is just a st that file uploader that we saw, the component that we saw earlier, that we watched earlier, sorry, and it says upload an image, and it supports types of JPEG, JPG, JPEG, and PNG, right? So if the image is, if we have an image already uploaded, then we're going to share the image that we have uploaded, right? So this is cool. So now we need to do the image classification with this, right? So let's first see the component, and you're not seeing the tab again, sorry. Oh, I totally forgot this always. So yeah, the only thing that we did was just ask Copilot to create an image uploader, and what Copilot did was to create a new variable called upload image, which is going to be a new component, which is called file uploader, and file uploader is going to be able to support the following types of files like JPEG, JPG, and PNG. And if we have already a loaded image, we are going to process that image into to render it into our page. So let's just see if this is working. Let's just do this again, and let's just upload the Pikachu image, and ta-da, we have a Pikachu image, right? Okay, cool. But we want to do something else before doing all this stuff, right? We want to use the Pokemon classificator. So for that, we're going to use Hugging Face. And if you have not used Hugging Face before, it is super easy to use. We're just going to use it like really, really quick for now, so we can use a model in Hugging Face that is for image classification. And it is as easy as going to models, then going to image classification page and type Pokemon. And we're going to do Pokemon classifier. And this is going to be able to just classify the Pokemons that we are going to use today. So you can see, for example, I uploaded a face of Pikachu, and what I'm expecting is that the model returns to me Pikachu, right? So what are we going to do is to check this image and process it with the model that we have right here. The cool thing about this model is that it has augmentation, so you can use it like whatever and however you want. So we're going to use transformer, and we're going to use also pillow, and we are going to also use torch. So we're going to just configure all the stuff that we need, like device, the model that we're going to use, the feature extractor, so we can use the model that we're going to use and be able to check up like the extraction for all the stuff. We're going to check up the image that we're going to upload, and we're going to extract all this stuff, right? So we're just going to copy this and going into our code spaces like this. So we're going to load our model like this, and we're going to say, okay, we have peel. I don't know if we have pillow installed. So let me just see if we have pillow installed. Pip install pillow and transformers. Okay, pillow is already installed, but transformers is not. So transformers is not installed, and I don't know if torch is installed. Torch. Yeah, torch is already installed, so now we don't need to worry about this. Okay, so so the image, instead of being like loading the model, is going to be the same thing, but we are going to change a little bit of the code that we have right here. So for calling the image, instead of using image like this, we're going to say, hey, the image that we're going to open is going to be the one that is the uploaded image, right? 2024, is it like this? Blah, blah. Oh yeah, I forgot one. This one. Okay, yeah. So we have image is equal to image that open the uploaded image and convert it to this thing. And I don't think we need like this, but let's just see if we actually need it. For now, let's just do it like this. And extracted is going to be equal to the feature extractor of the images. Image return turns as pt2 device, and predicted ID is going to be the model extracted logis our max item, and predicted Pokemon is going to be the result of our predicted ID, right? So let's just do like all the predicted Pokemons that we have right here, right? So let's just see if this actually works. And let's just go right here and share again, like oh yeah, we stopped the application, right? So let's just run again, Streamlit run make.py, and let's go again into our port, and let's see if this is actually working. It is running, and it is still running. I think it is uploading itself. Okay, so let's see Pokemon classificator, and let's just add a new Pokemon, and ta-da! The predicted Pokemon is Pikachu. Let's go. So let's see with another Pokemon. Let's see AI generated Pokemon, so we can check up like which one is like which one could be a Pokemon that looks like more similar than others. Okay. Uh, oh my god, this Pokemon look ugly though. I don't know. Which one should be the best image that we can see? Um, I don't know. Maybe this one. Okay, so let's pass that to our Pokemon classifier. Let's just run this again and browse files and go to recent, and let me open a new image of this weird Pokemon that we have right here. And let's see. Unable to import channel dimension format. And what happened? Unable to do import channel dimension format. Images. Feature. Oh, is it because of the format that I've used? I think it is. How am I able to? Okay, yeah. So let me just download this. Maybe it is not the format it is expecting to. Okay, this is a JPG. So probably this is going to be able to support a format, right? So let me just go here and open this thing like this, and Fluffy. Okay, let's see which Pokemon is that one. Oh, Fluffy. Well, it looks super similar though. Like they are really similar. But like, do you see? It is as easy as that. Like we have already like a image classifier in the how many lines? Like in less than 30 lines of code, and we have like 6 lines of just importing and a lot of spaces, right? So it is as easy as that. Like we have already created a Pokédex, and also we have created an image classifier without the necessity of having anything else. Like we already have like our multi-page application. We also have like our Pokédex. We have like all the information that we need, and also we have like the classifier for making all the Pokemons that we want. And if you want, like for example, this cat looks like oh yeah, it is not supported. Yeah, totally. Let's see another one. I wonder which Pokemon do I look like. Uh, Slacking? Okay, let's see. What is slacking? No! Oh my god! This is like a really. This is like Rose, like a totally. This is like Rose 101. Like. The Pokemon are much more similar to slacking. Oh my god! I'm a gorilla. This is total. I was totally roasted by the AI though. Like, no, I'm totally cooked, bro. Let's try with another image. What do you want to try? Do you want to send your own Pokemon? If you want, you can send your own images so we can try them. We still have like 10 minutes though. Like, uh, but as you can see here, it was super easy to do. Let me also push the changes so you can see them, and add Pokemon classifier. And let's add a git ignore, that git ignore, so we can ignore the Pikachu folder. So let's just do this git ignore, and it was ignored already. So Pokemon classifier and multi-navigation between pages. So cool. We have already. You should be able to see. You should be able to see all the code right now. It is already updated. So so yeah. Yeah. Totally try it on your home if you want to see like which is the similarest Pokemon to you. Give it a try. Like I wonder who can we roast. Let me think. Let me think. I don't know. Ben Owat. Do you know this guy? Then like I really love his content. LeBron James. We are totally going to do LeBron James. You are my sunshine, my sunshine. Okay, LeBron James. Okay, this is a web picture. We cannot use this one. And is this a web picture? I don't know. Um, this should be able. I should be able to use this one. Please tell me that this is not. Okay, cool. So let's do LeBron James. Let me upload this and the JPEG and Reggie Rock. Let's see. Who is Reggie Rock? Well, LeBron James is real building, so I think it's his personality. It looks a lot like LeBron James, to be honest, but maybe. Who else? Let's think. Maybe another picture of LeBron James can work. Kaisenat, maybe. Okay. Okay, let's see which one are the more similar for these guys. Let's see where you guys at. There you go. Jungus. Okay, let's see who's Jungus. Wow. That is accurate though. I think it's just because it's bald. But let's see a normal Kaisenat image. Like probably is going to change. I'm really sure that that is going to change. Yeah, this is like a really accurate. Let's see this one and this one. Is there one with yeah, there you go. But I want, yeah, nice. Okay, so Kaizenet save. Okay, so let's go again and use different image for Kaizenet. Turquoise. Who's Turquoise? Like we're using this one and it says that it's Turquoise. Turquoise. Uh, I don't know though. Like I'm not really sure. Okay, let's see with another one. Maybe this one is going to be the winner. Uh, Kaizenet. Oh my god, this is a web picture. No, I don't want this one. Uh, maybe this one works. Maybe. Or this one though. Maybe this one works. Save and let's see. Browse files and let's see. Oh yeah, you're not seeing this tab. I don't know. Kaizenet. There you go. Open. Jungus. Isn't that one the same that we saw before? Yeah, it's the same Jungus. Okay, so AI says that Kaizenet is totally Jungus. I don't know though. I don't know. But let me search for another Kaizenat picture. Maybe this one is going to work. Maybe new project. Let me go here and let's see which one works. Where is it? I cannot find it. Did we already use this one? Turquoise? No, we don't want this. I totally lost this thing. And this guy who Chutle? Who's Chutle? Kinda. It has like the same size of like the same cranium. Um, looks similar. Yeah, you can do it. Like you can use the Streamlit like in your browser. You can use. I don't know if you can do it like in a mobile app. I think you can do it on your browser and use your app on your phone. But for a mobile app, I'm not that sure. I think Streamlit is just only for web browsers. But yeah, so as you can see here, we can just keep going like all day, just trying to check out like different images, trying to check out like different kind of ways of roasting our friends and things like that. So until now, like we already saw like really cool applications of how we can do this and real application of like using Pokemons and things like that. So yeah, like it was super easy. We use like less than I'm really sure that we use less than 100 lines of code. Like let's see, 29 and 14 and yeah, 32. Like you can see less than 100 lines of code. It's like super easy, like super fast, and we already made like something super cool. So I think we can call it a wrap. If you have any questions, please ask your questions. Ask all the questions that you want. And for my side, I don't have more to show you. Like I think we can call it a wrap right here. But let me show you the resources that we use right here. And again, let me share with you like all the resources that we used. We used Hugging Face. We also used the Pokemon API. We also used the documentation of the Streamlit, and I think was just that. Like we just use all that stuff. If you want to follow me on GitHub or something like that, so you can watch like all the repos that we were using today and things like that, just you can follow me here. If you want to connect on LinkedIn, just follow me on LinkedIn. Here's my LinkedIn if you want to connect. And there you go. And for my side, I don't have more to say. More than thank you so much for being here again. Thank you so much for connecting again to another stream. It was my pleasure to see you once upon again, and it was my pleasure to see like all these hackers like getting around, hacking together and hacking like awesome things. Is Streamlit the platform you use for building this app? Yeah, Streamlit is a library that we use for building this application with Python. So we were able to build awesome things like super fast. So yeah, from our part, that's all. Thank you so much for being here. I love hacking with you, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya. Nos vemos. Bye.